Welcome, 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 welcome. All
Yo,
right,
yo.
guys, listen. Today we are chatting specifically about kind of how we want to help folks, specifically individuals that are looking to go to the next level, right? Maybe you know the basics. You've worked through the health thing. You know what's up. You've lost some weight, or you've been an athlete your entire life, so weight's never really been a problem. And now you're looking to elevate in all areas by accessing through the gateway, if you will, of movement and nutrition focus. All right. So for me, typically what I do is I help individuals reset their gut. I believe along with Hippocrates and a lot of individuals that I truly respect, um, say that all dis-ease originates from the gut. So instead of helping people lose weight and get fit and physique and all yoked up and whatnot, I was like, man, we could go to the root of the issue. We could go literally to the center, right? And we do that by resetting our gut and re-establishing that connection between our brain, if you will, and our other brain, right, or gut. So that's what I typically do with clients, and we touch everything because it really is a holistic approach from movement to breathing to everything. But it's at a 101 level, right? We touch it at a 101 level, and really get people to start implementing this in their life. Right now, we want to talk about it on a 202 level. What do you do after you've kind of got that down? You've kind of got that handled. You're good. You've got some routines established. How do you get to the next level from there? Doobie, why don't you talk about what you typically do with clients, and then we'll dive into that 202 level that we want to offer moving forward.
Absolutely. So similar to what you were just saying, it's not about getting yoked. It's not about getting stronger. It's not about getting faster. Sure, it's okay to have that as the outcome, as the end goal, but what are you doing to focus on the process? How do you focus on the process? For me, it's all about enhancing awareness of the body. And one of the most bodily functions that we can carry out is movement. So learning to reprogram your movement, recode the way that you move, treating movement essentially as a skill, just like you treat shooting a basketball, kicking a soccer ball, writing, doing art. Those are all skills. What is the basis of all of those skills? It's movement. And so by learning the key characteristics of movement that make for more fluid, more efficient, and more enjoyment in movement, you're going to not only connect to your body at a deeper level, but you're going to connect to this universe at a deeper level and find more enjoyment in your life. So I'm all about reprogramming the movement through posture, breath, and intention. And in those ways, like I said, going past those superficial outcomes, sure, they're okay to have, but we're getting deeper stress recovery balance, enhancing your movement, and really just finding fulfillment and joy in whatever craft it is that you do.
Fantastic. And I love, bro, that you said something the other day as in, like, for you, it's all about staying, being at ease at all times. And I wanted to you to expand on that a little bit, because I really feel like that's so key. When you look at a lot of, again, dis-ease, right? It is really our body being in fight or flight status all the time. And
Yes.
whether you're talking on a mental level, spiritual level, or physical level, it's all the same thing. And it's good for us sometimes. But a lot of times when we stay in that state in our current environment, we end up in constant dis-ease, and it manifests itself in so many different ways. You expand on
Yes.
that, bro, a little bit, and what you mean by your goal is being at ease at all times.
Most definitely. So a lot of people, really in this modern day society, we tend to have this heightened sense of activity. It's this overactiveness of our nervous systems, if we want to talk about it in Western terms. So our nervous system gets in this heightened state of activity. And one thing to an example to show you guys, my eyes will go from like this, looking like high eyes. I'm not high, I didn't smoke, I'm completely sober. But my eyes look like they're at ease, I'm relaxed. Going from that to like this, going through your daily activities with bug eyes, really big, just taking in so much stimuli all the time, distracted by this external focus, distracted by that external focus, rather than bringing the focus inside. And not to get too deep into it, but this is why the meditation I do, focusing on my lower dantian, good teachers will always tell you to keep your eyes half open or half closed, whatever you want to call it. And the reason why is because that's how you look inwards. That's how you look into the depths of your body. When your eyes are open, you're going to take in all these different focuses, all these different distractions. But your eyes are nice and soft. You're able to literally look behind your eyes and go to look inwards. And that's not only on a physical sense, it becomes a more spiritual, more ethereal sense. So you're looking past the physical, you go into the mental aspects of it, you go into the emotional aspects of it, and then you get into the energetic aspects of it. And that's where you basically lose connection to your body. And I was just saying this, you become so connected that you lose connection and everything is one. So you find that oneness, that wholeness. And that's what ease is all about. And then speaking at it from a level that people will probably relate to a little bit more, it has all to do with the stress recovery balance in your life. Stress recovery isn't about certain modalities that you do for 30 minutes a day. Yeah, good. You do this self massage routine, you foam roll, you use a lacrosse ball, and you stretch. Or, oh, you have this yoga practice that you do. That's good. Those are all good things. Or your nutrition lends towards your recovery. You have whatever kind of like smoothie or whatever after you train. That's all good stuff. But what are you doing for the rest of the day? The other 23 hours that you're not focusing on recovery? Are you in this amped up state that is going to lend towards more energy being detracted from your being? Or are you in a restful state, a state of ease, where your body will not only be operating more efficiently and your tasks will be done with more effectiveness, but you will also be saving energy and transforming stress into adaptation and growth.
And to kind of link that or bridge that idea of being at ease and what you just expanded on to what we are offering or what we would be offering here for you guys is this idea of I believe that good health, if you will, comes down to two. We can narrow it down to two categories, and it's not necessarily like food and exercise. I think that is kind of on the right track, but it's not holistic enough for us, really, right? So where I divide it into, and what we divide it into, is what are you consuming? Your total consumption, right? Which is mostly what I deal with. Your total consumption. What are you consuming with your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, hand? What are you consuming? What are you taking in? And then what do you do? Right? What are you doing? Like any 24 hours a day, what are you doing?
They're complete
Right?
opposites. It's the duality. What are you putting out there? What are you taking in?
So that's it. That's what we're hitting both, right? I'm bringing what are you consuming, hyper focused on that for this particular program. Duvey's bringing in what are you doing? What are the movements you're doing? What are you doing with yourself and your time and your and energy and stuff? And when you put those two things together, I believe you not just have good health, you have great health, and not just health. We're talking life as a whole. So that's kind of what we're trying to hit in this program here by providing you with One, the knowledge of connecting dots, right? You got to know up here of like connecting the dots. Two, of feeling it. So providing you with simple exercises that you can take part in on a day-to-day basis and improve them like a game, right? And then three, right, really get into now how do you structure and design your life so that those things never disappear or those things become habitual. And you can actually go ahead and put those things in place for a long extended period of time. So that's what we're offering in this, the knowledge, right? Actually getting it into your body by doing it, taking part of these hand selected, like key simplified exercises or practices, more is probably a better term, practices that we take on. And then three, how do we then take all these little building blocks, put them together and design a lifestyle that's going to have us get literally whatever it is that you want. What is it you want? Do you have physical goals? Do you have mental goals? Do you have spiritual goals? Do you have financial goals? Do you have relationships? Like whatever it is that you want can come out of those three things, right?
Right.
And that's what we're offering here, bro. Bro, if there's anything you want to add on to that, but I really wanted to hammer that piece home.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what I really want to hammer home from what you said, the way that I see it is that we're peeling back the layers of the onion to get to what really matters because we have all this noise around us. That's why your name is Cut the Noise. We all this noise everywhere, all this
Literally.
distraction, all these different diet fads, all these different workout programs. I'm sure you guys have tried not every, but a lot of workout programs, a lot of different styles of training. They got the booty bands, they got the barbell squats. Everybody's been a victim of those. Not that
Mm.
there's anything wrong with the exercise, but limiting yourself in that way is what I'm talking about here. But anyways, you got the barbell squats, you got the bench press, you got the HIIT workouts. Everybody's been on all of these different fads in modern day society. We're about cutting out all of that extra noise and learning what really works, learning the foundational principles of understanding your body. Because what is fitness other than the body function? How do you understand body function? How do you optimize body function? It starts with awareness. And that's one of the key tenets of what we want to teach you is intention, awareness, bringing your awareness to these different intricate functions of the body that you may not have realized before. So, of course, you can bring awareness to the different functions of your physical body. How am I moving? Oh, I didn't realize that my foot, I'm using my hand to display my foot, but my foot didn't move this way at the midfoot. My foot was actually stuck in this supinated position. And then making you guys tie the pieces together to show you, it's because I was wearing these shoes that had my foot stuck in this supinated position. That's just one example. And then peeling back the layers even more, relating the thoughts that you have to the limitations in your movement. You're fearful of entering this movement, whether it was because a coach shamed you in the past, or because you had a traumatic injury, or for whatever other reason, you're scared to enter, let's say, a lunge pattern. But you don't understand that at a very conscious level. It's deep within your subconscious, and it's up to you to dig that out with a heightened awareness.
1,000.
So that's where the meditation comes from. That's where the strong focus on movement comes from. That's where the strong focus on your gut comes from, because that's your second, if not your first brain.
First, I'll say.
And that's how we're going about it. And so, Kabi, I actually want to hear like the ways that you track somebody's consumption patterns. How are you going to improve somebody? Where are they starting? Point A. and where do you take them point B throughout the course of a program like this?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And real quick before I go on that path, and then we'll wrap up here for you guys. But is that everything Doobie just said applies to your consumption, right? So why is it that you're consistently drawn to that particular dish? Why is it that you're particularly, hey, what up, DFOS? Why is it that
Because
why is it that you're particularly have to have that that food and have it at this particular time? We got to look at the whole thing, right? And what I mean by that is we got to look at during the course of a day, what are you consuming? When are you consuming? And what is your emotional state, your energy state? What is your thought pattern when those things are occurring, right? And first and foremost, you got to start by looking at what it is that you're already doing. How is it? What is your experience before, during, and after? And then looking at that and taking that and saying, okay, now we know we want to go from A to B, because otherwise, why do any of this?
and let me ask something slash add something.
Go
So
ahead.
you're essentially giving people the key indicators of their health in terms of what to bring their awareness to.
That's
So
right.
it's like bring your awareness to your thoughts while you do this. Bring your awareness to how your gut feels as you do this. And it's really because you have this experience, because you've taken the time to peel back the layers of the onion yourself, you're able to get deeper than the average person would.
Exactly. Exactly. And guys, it takes a lot of this is not just are we using scientific data, right? Like actually like diving in, but we're actually simplifying it and taking kind of scientific jargon and putting it in the Socratic method, where through conversation, through bringing awareness to particular key um, pieces of what's happening, right? Do we then discover these things, right? Because first and foremost, you shed light. How do you travel from California to New York when it gets dark, right? It's you see like maybe a couple feet in front of you, headlight wise, and you shed light on what it is directly in front of you. You deal with that, but you know your final destination is what is New York, right? So we've got to look at what it is that you're doing now. Look at all those key tenets that's surrounding it. How does it make you feel? What are you doing before? What are you doing after? What is your state? What is your state after? Looking at all those different things and tracking that, and then making small changes. It's kind of like scientific method. Now that I'm talking about it, I think about it. Making small little changes and
Yeah,
seeing what is impacted and what isn't. And then it slowly just gets us. So it slowly gets us to where we want to go. So that's a simplified way of putting the entire process. And guys, it is a lot simpler. That's the thing. It is a lot simpler than getting infatuated with a particular diet or a particular movement program or exercise program.
exactly. And that's exactly what I was going to add is that it's not a structured program in the sense of, hey, we have this list of exercises or this list of nutrition to consume. No, it's we're teaching you how to become your own coach doctor in a sense. How can you elevate yourself towards your goals, fitness, health, and wellness? How can you also cure yourself of all this dis-ease that is present within your body currently? And that comes from awareness. And that is a learned skill. That's something that we can develop is that awareness of our different intricate body functions.
And also, last thing to add here is that we're developing it together, right? So we have something to offer because we're maybe further down the journey, but we're certainly not, there is no end to the journey. So we're certainly learning from you guys as well, right? It's not simply like a hand down. situation. It's a side by side situation of where it's like, oh, got it. I see where you are. I've been there before. This is what helped. Let's test this out with you. Or, haven't particularly seen this specific thing. However, I've seen others that I can draw from my experience and from other experiences, right? And we
And you
can
notice the
definitely figure out what
patterns.
it is. And patterns, exactly. Exactly. So guys, listen, so this is the project we're taking on. This is what we really want to provide significant value. That's really what this is about. This is a 202 level, right? So this is for individuals who are serious about their health, individuals who are ready to invest in their health, individuals who are serious about going to the next level, and have been looking for coaches, for partners, for whatever you want to call us, right? Who are ready to walk with you hand in hand, side by side, and really take you to that. Maybe for you, it might even be 303 level, right? But just a dance, right? It's not the just getting started route. If you're just getting started, we individually have other programs that will be very helpful to you to take on. And you can DM each one of us to ask us about that. Hey, I'm just getting started. What would you recommend that I do? And we can definitely take that on. But if you've already seen a certain level of success and you want to get to that next level, right? You want to break through whatever it is that's holding you stagnant, whether you feel like, man, I don't know what's next, right? I don't know how to put this next step together. That's what this program is for. So if you have any interest and you have questions, we're going to keep talking about this. If you have questions, we would love to have those questions. I'm going to post this probably somewhere on both of our pages. DM each one of us, like, please drop your questions because we want to speak specifically to you. We want to speak specifically to you. This ain't for everybody. This ain't for everybody. In fact, we're going to limit it. I don't know what number yet, but it's probably going to be a limited group of people that are going to go because we only have but so much energy to offer. So that's where we're going. And if you really want to go to the next level, right, of taking your consumption, looking at your consumption, and then looking at what you're doing with your body, with your time, with your everything. What are you doing, right? Day to day, what are you doing? Even things like, how do you position yourself when you sleep? How do you position yourself when you sit at your desk to do work, right? Guys, please hit us up with a question, with interest, or with suggestions. We're definitely open to them. So we love having this. We'll be back next Tuesday to dive in deeper into what we're offering and to dive in deeper into some of these principles, so you guys can see, man, is this the right fit for me, and are these the right two individuals to really take me to the next level? And
Yes,
we think
sir.
we are, but we might be a little biased, so we appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And then the last thing I want to add is that we're not doing this so that your fitness improves or so that your nutrition habits improve, so that you even improve your breathing. Those are secondary. This is all about the grander scheme of life. The limitations that you see in your movement, the limitations that you see within your gut health, the limitations that you see within the way that you breathe, these are directly correlated with limitations in your life. Limitations that you have in relating to other people, limitations that you have in terms of starting that business or reaching that financial goal you have. The limitations are one and the same between life and your movement and your nutrition and the way you breathe and your gut, etc. They're microcosms within the grander scheme of life. And that's what we want to show you. We want to show you the patterns that are consistent no matter what scale you're at.
That's it. That's it. Can't think of a better note to end on, guys. Drop a question if you're wondering. Like, man, is this really right for me? Or if you're wondering, yo, I don't know what y'all were talking about, but tell me a little bit more. Just drop it.
DM
Please
us.
engage with DM. Either one of us will respond to you, and see you next week, next Tuesday on Talk Shop Health Talk. Whatever you want to talk about, we're here to talk. Okay, that's what we
We
do. We're
talk.
here to talk. So we appreciate y'all for joining. If you drop DFOS, appreciate you. Gary, appreciate you. John Rhodes, you my guy. Appreciate you. We got a couple of folks here. Overall, good day, girl. Thank you for the comment. Appreciate you. All right. We got a couple other folks on here as well. Appreciate all of you guys for joining. And if you're watching this at another time, we appreciate you too. Okay. You take it easy. And guess what? Be at ease. Peace. All right, guys.
All right, peace, y'all.